Yo, Coach Ryan Fanley here from Viper, broadcasting today from the Viper pit where I'm about to start another workout. I'm getting the pre-workout jitters a little bit because I'm kind of nervous for this session. This is a high volume session, so I basically stacked 5 exercises together in giant set format with only 10 seconds rest between each exercise. The reps are also pretty high for me, those are the kind of workouts I tend to not really like. They don't suit my fiber type as well, but they are useful for a purpose, and the purpose of this is to get my butt back into shape so I can handle higher training volumes later when I get to the heavy weights. So the weights today are going to be light, almost non-existent relative to what I've been able to lift in the past, but it's going to be up-tempo workout, fast-paced, short rest, high reps for me. We're even going to get up into the 25-30 rep range for the last 2 exercises, which for me is I might as well be running a freaking marathon. Again, sometimes you have to expose your body to things that it's not used to in order to progress. In my case, the specific reason I'm doing it now, my previous cycle was focused on heavy work. So I was doing heavy loads for low volumes. And then I took about 2 months off to heal and recover. I had some injuries, some surgeries, etc. So I took some time off, and then now I'm getting back into it, and I'm out of shape, plain and simple. I've lost a lot of muscle mass, I've gotten fatter, and my work tolerance is low. So that's the appropriate time to do this kind of cycle. So you can expect to see me suffering under minuscule weights today, but that's okay because it serves a purpose of building my foundation up for later. You can give this workout a try if you want. You might have to commandeer several pieces of equipment in your gym to get it done. If not, you can simply do them in station format, so 1 exercise at a time, taking only 15 to 30 seconds rest between your sets before moving on to the next exercise. It's not quite as effective, but it'll still get the job done. I'm Coach Ryan from the Viper Pit. Nervous. Let's dig into this workout. Could get ugly, folks. We are starting out the session with a Swiss ball leg curl. Normally for hamstrings exercises, I try to keep the reps lower. Hamstrings tend to be a fast twitch muscle in nature, so they respond really well to heavier weights and lower repetitions. But this is a conditioning cycle, so I'm cranking the volume up, doing 25 to 30 reps on these. A big key is you want to try to keep your shank straight from your knees, hips, and shoulders. Those should all be in a straight line. In other words, your hips shouldn't sag while you're doing these. This is going to give a good stimulus to the glutes as well. This is super light. If you're even in the remotely little bit of shape, it's going to be really easy for you. So you can always attach bands or resistance, or just use a leg curl machine if you don't feel like doing the Swiss ball. Next up, the barbell hip thrust. This is a tool in the toolbox. Some people live by this movement, others die by it. Some people say if you do it, you're an idiot. Other people say it's the only thing you should do. I think it's a tool in the toolbox that was going to work just fine for me in this case. What I was looking for was localized metabolic stress in the glutes, hamstrings, and spinal erectors, which I was able to do. It's not very taxing on the nervous system. Pretty simple exercise to execute. I didn't want to have to think. I just wanted to be able to go during this lift today. The next one is alternating dumbbell lunges. That is not a typo, 30 to 40 reps. Again, I'm looking for a conditioning effect here with this workout. This is not a get strong workout. This is not really even a muscle growth workout, although there will be some potential hypertrophy due to the metabolic stimulus of doing such a high volume. Weight is astronomically light here. I'm not going to show you this whole set because it takes about freaking 20 minutes to go through this one series. But you're alternating, you're trying to take a good stretch, a little bit of forward knee translation, and sinking down. So now we'll move on to the next exercise because you guys have seen enough of these for sure. By this point in the workout now, I'm starting to feel quite pukey, but I have 20 to 25 reps of the pendulum squat to go. If you don't have a pendulum squat machine in your gym, that's totally fine. Use a leg press or a hack squat, no worries. Again, I'm just looking to keep constant tension on the quadriceps here to build up a lot of metabolites, get a big lactic acid burn, and to get my butt in shape. Now, you'll notice on the sets, I didn't mention this earlier, in the subtitles, you'll see the sets say 3 to 5. And that's because you want to start with maybe 2 or 3 sets and then build up to 5 over time. In this case today, I think, let's see, I went 4 rounds through today. Next time I do this workout, I repeat it, I'll go 5 rounds, and then the time after that, I'll go 6 rounds. So I'll keep the weight constant, maybe slight increases in the weight, but I'm more focused on building up the volume. Sorry, I still have not figured out the autofocus if you can't tell already. So let's move on to the next exercise. Once we're in place here from the squats, we're just going to go right into calf raises, 25 to 30 reps, 3 to 5 sets. Now after this is the last exercise in the giant set. So after this round, we're going to take 3 to 5 minutes rest before going through the next round. This allows you to recover a little bit so that you can actually perform fairly decent on your next several rounds. You will probably have to decrease the weight a little bit with each successive round. This was really light for me, so I was able to do 4 rounds without decreasing the weight. But if you really go heavy on the first round, you may have to drop with each successive round. But you want to do a better job here getting up on the ball of your foot too.